Chapter 6. Building Pyramids. For thousands of years, humans lived in small bands, bound together by kinship and immediate survival needs. But as societies grew, new structures were needed to maintain order. The human ability to believe in shared myths led to the rise of large-scale cooperation, which allowed kingdoms, empires, and entire civilizations to emerge. These myths were not mere stories. They were the foundation upon which laws, social hierarchies, and entire economic systems were built. People obeyed rulers not just because of physical force, but because they believed in the legitimacy of the system that governed them. The Egyptian pyramids stand as a perfect example of how large groups of people work together, driven by a shared belief in something greater than themselves. The construction of these massive structures required years of labor, careful planning, and the coordination of thousands of workers. What made this possible was the belief that the pharaoh was a divine being chosen by the gods. Farmers, stonecutters, and artisans did not need to understand engineering or architecture. Their trust in the religious and political order was enough to make them dedicate their lives to these grand projects. Religion and political institutions have played a crucial role in human cooperation. Without belief in a common system, humans struggle to organize beyond small groups. Even today, systems such as nations, corporations, and legal structures exist because people collectively accept them as real. A dollar bill, for example, is just a piece of paper. It holds value only because people believe in the economic system that assigns it worth. Similarly, social hierarchies and institutions continue to function as long as people accept them as legitimate. In ancient times, caste systems and class structures were reinforced through myths that made them appear natural and unchangeable. In India, for instance, the caste system was justified through religious beliefs, ensuring that people remained in their assigned roles. In medieval Europe, the idea of the divine right of kings convinced people that monarchs ruled by the will of God, making rebellion not just illegal but sinful. Such beliefs ensured stability in society, even when they led to inequality. Writing played a key role in strengthening these structures. Early human societies relied on memory to store information, but as communities expanded, this was no longer practical. Writing allowed rulers to collect taxes, record laws, and maintain detailed accounts of economic transactions. It enabled empires to manage vast territories by keeping track of resources and populations. Bureaucracies became essential in administering large states, ensuring that laws were enforced and goods were distributed efficiently. One of the most significant effects of these belief systems was the rise of social stratification. Kings, priests, and nobles occupied the top levels of society, while farmers and laborers remained at the bottom. This hierarchy was not based on biology but on shared agreements and institutional support. Even though these divisions were artificial, they became deeply ingrained over time, making them seem natural despite the inequalities they created. Large-scale human cooperation allowed for astonishing advancements. Without shared myths, the development of trade networks, cities, and complex governments would have been impossible. People from different backgrounds could work together because they trusted in the same laws, currencies, and political systems. The ability to cooperate with strangers on a massive scale is one of the most powerful traits of humankind. From the pyramids of Egypt to modern corporations and nation-states, the same principles remain at work. People follow rules, perform their duties, and contribute to the system because they believe in the structures that govern them. These beliefs are not eternal. They change over time as new ideologies and institutions replace old ones. What remains constant is the ability of humans to create and sustain large societies based on collective imagination.